Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now. I'm Shrishti Sharma, and viewers, this is the show where you get answers for all your stock-related queries. Viewers, you can connect with us live on the WhatsApp number that will be flashing on the screen and on the top of the screen throughout the show. You can tell us your name, the place that you are writing us from. Tell us the stock name that you have already invested or wish to stay invested or wish to go and invest afresh. And we'll try to take as many queries as possible from our experts today. But before going to our experts and welcoming them on the show, let's have a quick look what the markets are up to. So indeed, a good Monday coming in for the markets because Nifty is trading comfortably above that 26,100 mark, all thanks to the positive global cues and a steady Monday morning. We are seeing that Nifty is sustaining the moves, while Nifty Bank as well is seen to be holding one of its gains with over 200 points of gain as we speak right now. Especially the metal pack and the IT pack is doing very well. We all know about the action that we have already seen in stock like Infosys ADR, but even today, Infosys on the Indian stock exchanges is doing very well. Shriram Finance is seeing no stopping after a 4% move with that MUFG deal. The stock is gaining more than 3.5% as we speak right now. Wipro, Infosys, HCL Tech, these are some of the other gainers, while Trent is seeing a good comeback. And other than that, Tata Motors PV, some of the other counters that is doing very well in trade right now. Even the broader markets are participating quite smartly, but you can't take your eyes off from the shine in the metal basket because stocks like Nalco, SAIL, Hindalco, Tata Steel, these are your top movers as well as we speak right now. So the overall picture is looking very nice. Let's see how these moves are sustained throughout the second half of the trading session as well. But before further ado, let me welcome two of our very special guests onto the show. And after that, let's start taking all of your stock-related queries. For today, we are being joined by Mr. G. Chokalingam, who is the founder and head of research at Economics Research, as well as Jigar Patel, senior manager, technical research and analyst at Anand Rathi, is joining us on the show. A very good morning, gentlemen, and thank you so much for your time. But before we start taking the queries, Jigar, a quick take on the markets. How do you see the markets and where are they headed next? Because for now, they seem to be sustaining the move. Good morning.
Very good morning, everyone. See, if you look at the Nifty, currently there is definitely a gap up opening. But before that, if we see the last week price action, we had a lower low structure, but overall the price action was remaining in a tight range of 26,050 till 25,700. So overall, Nifty is sustaining above all major moving averages, daily exponential moving averages, that is 50, 100 and 200 as well as 20 also. So overall, the bias is bullish, and we would recommend, the higher side is seen till 26,300. So one can, adopt a strategy of buy on dips on Nifty, and the stop loss should be kept below 26,000 overall.
All right, so that's the quick take coming in on markets. Let's watch out for that. But with this, let me start taking all of your stock-related queries. So many of our viewers have already started writing to us. And the first query that I have, Mr. Chokalingam, let me come to you. This query is coming in from Sanjay, writing to us from Mumbai. He has 102 shares of JSW Cement from a price of 147 rupees. What's your view for the next 1 year? How do you see this particular stock rewarding him? Because for now, he's sitting at some bit of a loss. Mr. Chokalingam, your take. Morning.
Okay. He can, this stock can be held for long term. It is a long way to go in building the bottom line and justifying the current market cap. So I don't think it can give a impressive return in the short term, or for that matter in 6 to 12 months time. It needs beyond 1 year. Then only I think all these expansion, consolidation of cement business can help the company to justify current valuation and improve the market cap. So my suggestion is hold for medium to long term.
Right, that's the take coming in on JSW Cement. You need to hold this for medium to long term. That's the take from Mr. Chokalingam. But let me take the next query, and this one is coming in on AB Capital as well as Axis Bank. And Jigar K.R. Balan has written to us. He's in senior citizen and he wants to sell AB Capital and Axis Bank. He did not share his buy price in both of these, but I'm assuming that since he's looking to sell these counters, must be sitting at profits. And what's your take? Good to sell both of these counters and rather make an investment in RBL Bank and Shriram Finance at this point in time?
See, first of all, let's see AB Capital. AB Capital, if we look at the weekly chart, there is a non-stop rally of almost 144%. So overall, since last 2 weeks, there has been a negative kind of price action. So I would recommend that he should definitely book a profit in AB Capital, whereas in Axis Bank as well, there was a negative last week, but overall there has been some price action seen towards the upside since last 2 sessions. But overall the support is expected near 1200. So I would recommend him to wait in Axis Bank till 1200 is not taken out. Whereas in Shriram Finance, I would suggest not buying as of now, because there has been a tremendous up move since last 2 3 days. So in Shriram Finance, if the price is dropping or we are getting some pullback till 915 or 9110, then only he may go and try to buy at that particular level, as there is definitely a chance of pullback in this particular counter.
All right, so that's the take coming in on both of these counters. Let's watch out for that. But Mr. Shokalingam, coming to you for the next query, and this one is coming in on Brigade Enterprises. Two of our viewers have written on this particular counter. Firstly is Bala from Chennai. He's looking to make a fresh investment here with a 1 to 2 year investment horizon. What's your take? Is this bet looking attractive? Is his query. And even Shanmuga Sundaram, who's a senior citizen from Coimbatore, having 100 shares at a price of 950 rupees. Can he go ahead and average this counter right now? He too is looking for a long-term bet.
Yes, it looks very attractive to me for a couple of reasons. One, the price has already corrected, making this valuation of around 26 PE on trailing basis quite attractive. And two, the track record of this company has been too good. Consolidated earnings and profits have been more or less consistently growing. And third, I believe, particularly in areas where it has got, land under development, I think the valuations of real estate has gone up quite significantly. So medium to long-term outlook looks very good. Even some part of the business rental based, that also, with inflation slightly turning positive now, that should augur well for this company. So therefore, according to me, it's in my research view, it's a very good attractive stock at the current price.
Good and attractive stock at the current price, but on the bottom of your screen, it's about New Zealand and India finalizing the free trade agreement, and that's indeed something that we will be tracking closely. The agreement to be signed in the first half of 2026. Like Piyush Goyal said, that FTA is something that the India and the government is working on, and in the latest, India has signed and finalized a free trade agreement with New Zealand. So let's watch out for more details. Let me get back to all your stock-related queries then, and this one is coming in from PVN Rao from Hyderabad. And Mr. Chokalingam, once again, a query specifically for you. He wants to know, can he go ahead and buy KIMS Hospital at the current price for a long term?
I'm sorry, which hospital? KIMS.
KIMS, yes.
Yeah. Yes, definitely for medium to long term, one can buy after the recent correction also. Very interesting insight about the hospital business is that, if you look at the FDI into healthcare sector, more than 50% of that is going to hospital from the foreigners. And not only that, even within the domestic economy, almost every week we see one acquisition, stake acquisition in hospital field. I think this is going to be a futuristic theme. And Kim has proven its a good performance in the recent years. So therefore, I would give hold for medium to long term. In case stock corrects even 3 to 5%, then it can become a good buy as well.
That's the take coming in on KIMS, but with this viewers, Kajaria Ceramics is the counter that was in focus on the back of fraud that has been reported from the CFO. The con call is underway, so let's go across and listen in to the clarification coming in by the company.
process in much further detail.
Hi, Shalinji. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Anubhav. So I'll explain. I will just give you little bit details about how we are doing this process at Kajaria and other subsidiaries. In case of Kajaria, we have a very robust system of vendor onboarding at our end. Just I will explain you how we do it. We have one party, that is SQL Stream, who is doing this onboarding management of many of the reputed organizations, including Kajaria. So they give us the total solution from onboarding to direct payment. This is the first step what we are doing as of now. We are creating the vendor portal for Kajaria Ceramics and all the subsidiaries. So this is the first step where we are doing this activity. The link, whenever we want to onboard any supplier, we just share the link to that supplier. They put all their details in their link, and then ultimately all the verification and processes has been carried out through online portals where we have invested also on this process. So all GST number, PAN number, check, everything gets validated through the online portals of these websites. And finally, if there is any issue in their PAN, GST or anything, so it immediately gives us message and we stop that activity immediately there itself. This is the first check which we have done in this process. Second, after these all checks, finally it comes to us. We have the 4 members approval authority, where we check each and every detail thoroughly and then finally approves it as a vendor onboarding process. So once it complete, and then finally it give the message directly to the supplier and all the members of the authority that this vendor code has been already created in system and gives automatically message to supplier. No manual intervention is there at all. So this is the first step. So this is the step of doing the new vendor onboarding. So as per the management direction, we were having the clear mandate that whatever existing vendors are there, that should also come automatically on this portal, should be migrated from clear process to this process. So in this process, when we were doing this activity of migrating from the earlier process to this process, we found that there are some inconsistencies in this subsidiary, which were the last subsidiary where we were doing this activity. So when we deep down this activity, there we found the issue, and then finally we highlighted this issue to management, and then it finally comes to this level. So this is the history and the process which we are doing as of now, and how we are going to strengthen this process. This also I have explained to you that vendor portal has been in the process, which were there in Kajaria subsidiary already, and finally now we are putting up to all the subsidiaries of Kajaria itself. In coming maximum, it will take maybe 2 to 3 months, which will complete this activity to all the subsidiaries of Kajaria. So this is the process. This is the submission from my side. So if you have any particular question in this activity, you can ask me.
So, sir, two questions. So you're saying the process which you have in Kajaria was not there. So what process was there, and what issue did you find? Like you said, you found some issues, some discrepancy. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. We were doing the we were checking our capex total investment. During that process, some WIPs was open. So this was, even the project is already complete and it was showing it as an open category. Then it comes into the criteria of discussion.
So what exactly?
So Shaleen, in the last financial year, there was in this particular subsidiary, the CWIP was to the extent of 6-7 crore, which was a lapse on our part. We ignored that. So while doing this vendor onboarding, we came to know that this amount is going up. Then it came to light. Then we took that action.
So what?
All right, so that was Kajaria Ceramics management clarifying about their systems that are in work and the vendor management system that they're working on after there has been a 20 crore fraud that has been reported by the company, which was due to the CFO of the company. But with this, viewers, it's time now to slip into a very short break in this edition of Buy Now Sell Now. Don't go anywhere. As we come right back, we will be taking more of your stock-related queries. Buy Now Sell Now show where we get you answers for all your stock related queries, and today to answer the same we have Mr. Chokalingam as well as Jigar with us. And now we are being joined by a live caller on the show. We have James from Hyderabad on the phone line. Hi James, good morning. Go ahead
madam.
and ask your query.
Yeah, good morning, madam.
Morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, madam, I have a Siemens shares. I bought at 3,300, 200 shares, sir. So now what will you hold or exit and or average? Time I was in 3 months, sir. So please can give any idea, sir.
All right, 3 months is your time horizon. And Jigar, if you can help James on this, he's been holding shares of Siemens at a price of 3,300 rupees. What's your take here? What should he do?
Currently Siemens is trading below all the major averages. So even consolidation is seen around 3,300 till 3,100. So overall, I would recommend hold as of now and keep a stop loss of around 3,000 on daily closing basis. And immediate resistance lies around 3,250. If it is clear, then definitely we may see 3,400 till 3,500 levels.
All right, Jigar, that's the recommendation coming from your end. But then let's take this question. This is for Mr. Chokalingam, and Sudeep from Mumbai is asking for a long-term call on Max Healthcare. Which is a better bet amongst Max Healthcare or Mahindra Life Spaces for long-term? And he's looking for a fresh buy, Mr. Chokalingam.
Between those two, Max Healthcare is better. I looked at it. Max Healthcare is stretched in valuation in terms of both PE as well as enterprise value per bed. But still, between these two, it is better because they are committed to expand the bed capacity substantially. I think memory is right, almost doubling in the next 3-4 years. And therefore, the valuation in terms of enterprise value per bed will shrink. And the second, the growth performance has been quite impressive in the recent years. So I would prefer between these two, Max Healthcare.
Right, that's the tea coming in on Max Healthcare. But the next query that I have is coming in from Chandrasekharan from Chennai. And Jigar, he's been holding 1,500 shares of Quest Corp with an average price of 310 rupees. What's your take here? He wants to know, is this a good stock to hold right now? Or can he go ahead and average this particular stock as well? Because as of now, he says that he's sitting at a loss of 30%.
Definitely Quest Corp has seen lower low structure since last 3 to 4 months. But overall, in recent times, there has been a change in the price action. A divergence, a bullish divergence is seen around 200 marks. So I would definitely suggest him to average at this particular level and keep a stop loss of 195 on daily closing basis. And overall, the bounce would be seen till 250, 260 levels. The view will be 1 to 2 months.
All right, so that's the recommendation on Quest Corp. But then, Mr. Chokalingam, this is a short-term advice that's needed. This is Amit from New Delhi, and he wants to understand Godrej Consumer. He bought 1,500 shares at 1185.50. So Godrej Consumer, the buying price, as well as advice on Whirlpool, very old holding of 100 shares. What should he be doing in both of these counters, hold or sell?
I would give sell on Godrej Consumer, and I would prefer stock like Britannia in FMCG. Godrej Consumer valuation is slightly stretched more than Britannia. Britannia I like because H2, the second half of current fiscal year is likely to be very good because key inputs are wheat and sugar. And while wheat crop area has gone up substantially, output also gone up. Sugar prices have moderated because of the supply demand gap. So these two are the core raw material, and Britannia spent thousands of crores on them. So Britannia will be a beneficiary. And growth prospects for this business is better than for Godrej Consumer. And Whirlpool, tactically for short term, I would give a hold because the stock price has already corrected a lot. And I don't think it can give a phenomenal return because competition intensity, pressure on margin in the industry is very high. But still, tactically, it is possible for some rebound in the short term. So I would give a hold call on Whirlpool India.
That's the take coming in on both of these counters. But Mr. Chokalingam, one more query coming your way. This one is from Sanjay, writing to us from Bangalore. He has shortlisted 4 counters, and out of these 4, wants you to pick out 2 for him. Bharat Forge, Shakti Pumps, Kaveri Seeds, as well as Coforge. Any of the 2 stocks that you wish to pick up right now, and he's looking for a next 2 to 3 years investment in these.
One can hold Coforge and also Shakti Pumps. I looked at the valuation of all these 4. Among these 4, these 2 stocks give me better conviction.
Okay, so it's a hold as far as Coforge is concerned, and rest of the counters?
Since he wanted to choose 2,
Right,
I gave
okay,
such view.
got it.
Other 2, one can hold for long term, but these 2 have a better conviction
Okay, sure.
from the valuation and future growth prospects.
All right, let's move on. And we also have a live viewer on the phone line, Mr. Sood from New Delhi. Hi, morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, you can ask your question.
Yeah, I am holding very old shares of Whirlpool of India. These were bought when they were known as Kelvinator of India, and those were bought in early 90s.
Right.
So should I hold on or convert them to some other this white goods sector? I wanted to know that because I've already seen them dropping from 1300 odd levels to now 950.
Trigger any take and maybe new buy that he can initiate in any other consumption sector counter?
First of all, in Whirlpool, there has been a significant correction from the top of 1400, but overall, the current support lies around 920 levels, which is the demand zone of overall. One may keep a stop loss below 900 on daily closing basis.
So that's today coming in on Whirlpool India. But with this, viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break. Mr. Chokalingam would like to thank you for taking the time out and speaking with us and helping our viewers resolve their stock-related queries. But with this, viewers, we are slipping into a very short break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now, and we are answering your stock-specific question. We are joined by Jugal Patel, and Gaurang Shah is the guest on the show now joining us. Hi and welcome, Gaurang. We will definitely talk about the market trajectory, but then before that, let's get you some questions that our viewers are specifically asking. So this is a gentleman called Mohan. He's a government retired employee, and he's been holding Keynes Tech since last 3 months, 25 shares at 5490. He wants to know what should be the trajectory of this particular counter in next 8 to 9 months, if that's the time horizon he's looking for.
Thank you so much, Kavita, for having me on the show. Good morning to all of you all. Small disclosure that all recommendations that I'll be sharing this morning on the show are a part of our fundamental research team recommendation from a long-term point of view. Our company, Geojit or I, we do not have any personal investments, no financial interest, no conflict of interest, but we give recommendations to our clients on similar lines. They might hold their investment interest. So on Keynes Technology specifically, Kavita, since we don't have a coverage, I won't be able to give a specific buy, sell and hold, but let me give a brief view on the sector. While we remain positive on the sector, we have a buy coverage on PG Electroplast and CG Power. And my sense is that the entire EMS stroke semiconductor, PCBs, chips, etc., with the kind of government policies that have been lined up, and of course the outlook on the sector looks to be performing quite well. The only problem, Kavita, was that these stocks had run up, in the recent times over the last 1.5 year to a great extent. And we've seen a brief correction and, of course, some negative news flow overhang. But the company as such, Keynes Technologies, strong fundamental, strong balance sheet, and the outlook for the sector is extremely, extremely positive. So, if you're a long-term investor, I think this sector can definitely do wonders in your portfolio.
Right. So, other than Keynes, I mean, one can look at PT Electroplast and CG Power. But then, Jigar, I'll come to you also because for Mr. Mohan, he's asked for a specific recommendation. So, if it's a switch over, what would be your recommendation? And also, Keynes at 5490 is his buy price.
Keynes, the kind of structure we are looking at is again the history is repeating itself. In even Feb, we saw the similar kind of move. So as of now, I would suggest him to hold or even add Keynes at current level because for next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm expecting some consolidation around 4,400 till 4,000 and later on breakout above 4,400. So as of now, we can add and expect a rebound till 5,200 mark.
All right, that's the take coming in on Keynes Tech. Let's watch out for this particular counter. But the next query that I have, Gaurang, hi, morning. This one is coming in from Tushar from Delhi. And he wants to know, can he enter Lumex Auto at current levels? I'm not sure whether you cover this counter, but any take here?
Thank you so much, Srishti. Morning to you as well. So, our view and my personal opinion is that if you are a positive on the auto sector, you should definitely have a positive view on auto ancillary tire, battery, OEM segment companies. You were right. I mean, we don't cover Lumix Auto, but we are extremely positive on the entire auto ancillary pack. We have coverage on names like Uno Minda, CI Automotive, Samvardhan Motherson, and Lumex happens to be one of the strongest performer. Their core business is basically providing ancillaries and electrical equipments, if I'm not mistaken, to the two-wheeler stroke three-wheeler segment. A decent market share. And the view on auto and auto ancillary remains extremely positive. In the recent times, in the month of December and last month in the November, I can't recollect, the kind of launches that the vehicle manufacturing companies are doing in the month of December and November. And normally, you don't see that in this kind of time, but the outlook remains extremely strong. And Lumix happens to be one of a strong contender.
Thank you so much for that take, Gaurang. But Jigar, any take here? Lumex Auto, is this stock looking good right now?
See, Lumex again, there has been a brief consolidation around 1475 till 1600 mark, but overall still the breakout is pending. So I would suggest him to wait for a breakout. If the breakout doesn't happen, then there is a chance of pullback till 1500 mark. But overall structure is bullish. As of now, we can, try to book 20-30% at current odd levels.
All right, let's move on. And next question is again short term. So, Jigar, I'll come to you. This is Mr. Vijay Kirti from Chennai, and he holds 100 shares of Welspun Corp at 865. It's trading low, but then he wants to know a short term take if at all you have any.
We are witnessing since last 3-4 days. There has been a consolidation between 810 till 780, and this zone is reflecting the demand zone of 19th May 2025, as well as there is a divergence on daily chart as well. So I would ask, he can add at current odd levels and keep a stop loss of below 770, and the short-term bounce is expected till 850, 860 odd zones.
All right, that's the take coming in on Welspun Corp. Today we also have a brokerage note and hence the good up move. But the next query that I have, Gaurang, is coming in from Prabjot, writing to us from Gurugram, wants to know about NTPC Green. He has actually bought 130 shares at a price lesser than 100 rupees. But is this good stock to hold for the next 5 years?
So, Srishti, when the IPO was there, I think the IPO was somewhere close to about 104, 108. I don't recollect very well, but I think thereabouts. We had come out with an IPO note on the NTPC Green issue to subscribe from a long-term point of view. And the entire power stroke renewable space, Srishti, looks extremely exciting. There are a lot of capacity that the government has lined up in terms of new power generation. And large part of that new power generation capacity is going to be clean and green, either solar or wind. The investors got a 5-year kind of a time horizon, which augurs extremely well for investors who are looking to invest in power generating sector, whether it is conventional or whether it is renewable. So if I have to keep that IPO note as a base, definitely a great company to stay invested.
So you can stay put over NTPC Green Energy. That's the take. Gaurang, one more question for you, and this is a long-term question on HUL. This is from Mr. Mihir Mehta, and he's stuck in the stock since almost 6 years now. He's concerned about the current trajectory, but then he says that he has over 2,000 shares in HUL. I don't know the buy price. Okay, 2100 is the buy price. So, so it's been a long hold for him definitely, and a slow-moving counter. But then now looking at the entire theme catching up, Q3, Q4, what's going to be your take now?
Disclosure, Kavita, we have a positive view from our fundamental research team on HUL. And, whatever has happened this year with respect to the new avatar of GST 2.0, or whether it is to do with good monsoon because of higher agri productivity, income levels in semi-urban and rural India is going to go up. And of course, in the budget, the Honorable Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, has offered zero tax on 12.75 lakhs bracket. If I have to put all this thing into perspective, and of course, the fact that India is a consumption-driven economy, and the positivities of whatever I mentioned in terms of GST, new avatar, etc. I think that should translate into positivity not only for the third and the fourth quarter earnings for FMCG companies, but also going into the next financial year and of course for a pretty long period of time. So long term, continue to hold on. 6 years, if I heard you correct, he's been holding it for 6 years, and I'm sure his acquisition price is going to be at a much more comfortable level than where the stock is trading right now. So hold on for long.
All right, that's a hold coming in on HUL for the long term. But with this, viewers, it's time now to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the other side.
Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now, and we are answering a stock-specific question. There's a WhatsApp number that's flashing on the screen. All you have to do is just note down that number and send your stock-specific questions. Write down the name of the stock, the price at which you bought it, and the timeline to which you want to hold that particular stock. We'll be giving you short-term and long-term advices. We are joined by Gaurang Shah and Achuga Patil, our experts for the day. And Gaurang, let's come to you. There is this long-term investor question coming in from Mr. Ramesh from Hyderabad, and Vinati Organics, he's holding 4,800 shares, and also Gujarat Gas. He wants to know what should be done, future prospect of this company, and whether he should be booking profit and moving out.
So, Kavita, on Vinati Organics, we used to have a coverage, and now that the target prices are in place, we have not continued with the coverage. It is under review right now, if I'm not mistaken, but extremely positive about the specialty stroke organic chemicals sector. And of course, since we had a coverage some time back, it's definitely a very strong company on the fundamental side. And in terms of the outlook, well, there was a sense that the export market would definitely throw in a lot of positivity for the specialty stroke agrochemical company post-COVID. Things did not take off the way one had anticipated, but slowly I think there are green shoots which are extremely visible in terms of not only business being strong for Vinati Organics in the domestic market, but also in the overseas market. Like I mentioned, other than Vinati Organics, current coverage we have right now is on Tata Chemicals, PI Industries, UPL, Pidilite, a strong company. In terms of Gujarat Gas, well, over here also I think the entire CNG and PNG companies are likely to perform extremely well. Strong infrastructure in terms of distribution pipeline, and of course, the recent policy changes by the government should augur well. One company that we are positive on in the entire gas distribution stroke, city distribution sector is Mahanagar Gas Limited and Petronet LNG. But yeah, we are positive on the sector. On Gujarat Gas, we don't have a specific coverage, so I won't give a buy, sell, and hold over here.
All right, so that's the take on IGL and select chemical counters. But Garang, sticking with the chemical theme, this next query that I have is coming in from Anil, writing to us from Noida. He's been holding Tata Chemicals, one of the stocks that you just flagged about, but his buy price is 887 rupees. Wants a long-term view on this counter, any target price to look forward to, and he also has NOSIL. 315 quantity from a price of 196 rupees. Here too he's looking for a long-term view from you.
Shrishti, on Tata Chemicals, again, I don't remember the exact target price, but I think it should be in excess of somewhere close to about 880 to 900 plus kind of levels. Again, it's an approximate target. And since we are going to enter the third quarter earnings flagging off from 10th of Jan 2026, and like I was referring to the entire specialty stroke agrochemical basket, likely possibility if that earnings are going to get delivered, then the target price would get revised accordingly. On the second company, Srishti, since we don't have a coverage, I'll give it a pass.
All right, but Jigar, any quick take coming in on NOSIL, because he's already holding the stock at a price of 196 rupees.
See, on NOSIL, again, the kind of price action we are witnessing is a low structure, but overall still, if we look at the bigger picture in NOSIL, the current retracement is seen below 50% and somewhere near 61.8% with double bottom structure. So again, I would suggest hold as of now. And he may add if the price action closes above 165 on daily closing basis, because this 61.8% retracement is right from the COVID low till July 2024 high. So overall, the structure may be reversing if it is closing above 165, and the stop loss would be below 150 on daily closing basis.
All right, that's a take coming in on NOSIL. But then, Gaurang, one more long-term question on Power Grid. This is from Mr. Subrata Mukherjee from Kolkata, and he's holding 1,000 Power Grid at 275.
So, Kavita, in power transmission and distribution pan-India, Power Grid has a great presence in terms of power distribution and transmission network. Almost about 60-70% plus is the market share for Power Grid. And as I was referring to in the earlier query for NTPC Green, the kind of capacities that are going to come up, you are definitely going to need the services and networking of Power Grid for transmission and distribution of power. You said it was the earlier investment is somewhere close to about 275, 280. In case if there is a lower level visible somewhere close to about 250 on Power Grid in corrections in the future, first of all, hold on to your investments from a long-term point of view. We have a buy coverage on Power Grid. And if it gets a dip somewhere close to about 250 or maybe below that, you can definitely add to your investment. By the virtue of doing that, you will bring down your cost of acquisition. And of course, from a long-term point of view, like I mentioned, 3 plus 5 years, this stock should do well.
So that's the take coming in on Power Grid Corporation. But the next query that I have is coming in on JSW Holdings. Gaurang, will you be able to guide Mr. Ravi Raji on this one? He's holding 100 shares at a price of 22,760 rupees. The reason I'm coming to you because all these holding companies, they are quite low liquid counters. And he's been holding this stock. Any view here? Good to hold on, or maybe look out for better opportunities?
The problem with holding companies is that there are no fundamentals. And for a person like me, I think we need numbers and business, whether it is manufacturing or services. The only thing about holding companies, Srishti, is that they get benefited by the holdings that they have in their other companies, and of course dividends, etc., etc. So lack of fundamentals is something that I will not be in a position to give a buy, sell, and hold on JSW Holding. And likewise, like JSW Holdings, there are a lot of other companies, holding companies, which are listed. But unfortunately, we need numbers, to crunch on, and which is not visible as far as JSW's holding is concerned, and we don't cover the stock. I'm sorry, sister.
Absolutely take your point, Gaurang. We do take a note of that. But Jigar, any quick thoughts here? Because the stock has been on the up move from like 15,000 back in November. The stock has inched up higher. But do you think this momentum will continue?
Seeing JSW Holding currently, the stock has made this quite a pattern around 22,700. So this is clearly a major resistance. But overall, current price action is sustaining about 20-day this exponential moving average. So there is a chance that stock might go and test 22,500, 600 odd levels or previous top. So I would suggest exit or a partial profit booking at that particular level and wait and watch. As of now, no buying is suggested at this level.
This level, no buying suggested. And with that, it's a wrap as well. Thank you so much, Jigar and Gaurang, for being on the show and helping our viewers strategize their stock-specific purchase. And for our viewers, keep sending us your question. The number you must have noted, and we will take your queries tomorrow. But so far, that's it on Buy Now, Sell Now. A short break and post that markets at noon.